Death does not want to know who you are or what you do for a living. Death does not care how much you have in your bank account. In this video, we are going to look at how and when each Nigerian president that is now late died, and if possible, their last words. If you are privileged to be watching this video, congratulations on being alive. Since Nigeria gained independence, Nigeria has had 15 presidents. Two of these individuals ruled Nigeria as a military head of state and as a democratically elected president. Three of them were assassinated while in office. 5 died from sickness, and 1 died under controversial circumstances. For this controversial president, we will expose what happened to him at the end of this video. But if you are new to our channel, kindly subscribe and turn on your notification bell icon. We are going to be opening our countdown with Alhaji Abubakar Tafawa Balewa. Tafawa Balewa was found dead 6 days after the military coup of 1966. His dead body was discovered under a tree in a sitting position with his back resting on the tree. The dead body of Tafawa Balewa was dressed up in a white agbada with his cap neatly placed on his feet. This was the report of Chief Shegun Aremu, an eyewitness who later became a governor in Ogun State, Nigeria. Tafawa Balewa's death was full of unresolved circumstances. Many alleged that he was shot dead by a military group led by Major Emmanuel Ifajuna Arinze, but this contradicts the report of Chief Shegun Aremu. Many of Tafawa Balewa's close allies, such as late Okotie Ebo and Amadu Bello, were not also spared in the coup. The news of his death caused massive uproar in the northern region of Nigeria. Late Tafawa Balewa was later buried in Bauchi. His last words till today was not made known to the public by those that killed him. The next ex-Nigerian president is Major General Johnson Thompson Agui Ironsi. General Agui Ironsi was barely 42 years old when he was murdered as a military head of state. Agui was killed on the 29th of July, 1966, barely 6 months after he became the first Nigerian military head of state. The killing of Agui Ironsi was alleged to be a retaliation against the coup of the 15th January 1966 that ended the life of Tafawa Balewa. In the early hours of July the 29th, 1966, officers from the northern extraction of the Nigerian army surrounded Ibadan government house where the late Agui Ironsi was lodged. Agui Ironsi knew that peace was far from Nigeria. That was why after his takeover, he embarked on a nationwide peace tour. Ironsi, who was on tour, decided to spend the night on the 28th of July, 1966 at his friend's place, Lieutenant Colonel Adekunle Francis Fajui. Unknown to him, Major T.Y. Danjuma and Adjutant Garuba Dadapaiko were on their way to arrest and torture him. On that fateful morning, Agui Ironsi and Adekunle Fajui were arrested in the presence of his son. They were jam-packed into the front seat of a military vehicle and whisked away for questioning and torture. T.Y. Danjuma and Adjutant Garuba Dadapaiko wanted to know the involvement of Agui Ironsi in the death of late Tafawa Balewa and other prominent Muslims that were killed on the 15th of January 1966. But as Agui Ironsi was being tortured, an angry soldier shot him and he died immediately. His friend Adekunle Fajui was not spared. According to several eyewitnesses, these are the last words of Agui Ironsi. Agui Ironsi, first of all, told T.Y. Danjuma, "Who told you that? You know that that is not true." These statements came when T.Y. Danjuma alleged that Agui Ironsi was the mastermind behind the 1966 coup that ended Tafawa Balewa. Also, before Agui Ironsi was whisked away, Agui Ironsi told his son, "Don't take revenge." You can imagine how painful it is for a son seeing the father whisked away, knowing that this might actually be the last time he will see his father alive. Late Aguiyi was succeeded by Yakubu Gowon, who is still alive till today. Next, we have General Murtala Mohammed. Murtala Mohammed only lasted 200 days in office before he was killed during another military coup. Murtala Mohammed took office from Yakubu Gowon on the 29th of July 1975. Do you know what happened? Yakubu Gowon went for an OAU summit in Kampala, and whilst he was there, Murtala Mohammed and some military measures ousted him and seized power. But unfortunately, General Murtala Mohammed was killed at the age of 38. On the 13th of February 1976, Murtala Mohammed was heading for work in the company of his driver and his military assistant when an abortive military group double-crossed his car and ended everyone inside his vehicle. Murtala Mohammed was later succeeded by his chief of staff, General Olusegun Obasanjo. The next ex-president on our list is Alhaji Shehu Shagari. Shagari was 54 years old when he became the president of Nigeria after the Second Democratic Republic. The military saw the rule of Shagari as a disaster to the national economy. After his oath of office for second tenure, Shagari was overthrown by General Muhammadu Buhari in a bloodless coup which happened on the 31st of December 1983. Shagari died on the 28th of December 2018 at 6:30 p.m. at the National Hospital Abuja after a brief illness at an old age of 93. Shagari's last words was not recorded by anyone, as Shehu Shagari was already unable to speak long before his death. Next, we have General Muhammadu Buhari. Buhari is the second person to ever serve as a head of state and as a democratically elected president of Nigeria. Buhari led the coup that overthrew Shehu Shagari on the 31st of December 1983. Buhari cited corruption and economic mismanagement as the reason for this coup. He was assisted by Sunday Idiagbo, Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida, and Sani Abacha. In 1985, Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida and Sani Abacha dethroned Muhammadu Buhari. Buhari made a comeback in 2015 and became the first president in a democratic regime to ever overthrow an incumbent president. In 2017, it was alleged that Buhari has died and has been replaced by a clone from Chad known as Jubril. This rumor lasted for a while. After Buhari finished his tenure in 2023, he returned to his village in Daura to rear cattle and live a quiet life. Buhari died from leukemia in a London clinic at an old age of 82. Next, we have Chief Ernest Shoni Khan. After the annulment of the June 12th election that saw the unjust treatment of Abiola, Babangida tactically handed over power to an interim government led by Ernest Shoni Khan. On the 27th of August 1993, the government was ceremonial. It lacked constitutional power and was dissolved by Sani Abacha on the 17th of November 1993. And that is why Ernest Shoni Khan is regarded as the only ceremonial president that the Federal Republic of Nigeria has ever produced. On the 11th of January 2022, Shoni Khan died of acute pneumonia at a very old age of 85 in Lagos State, Nigeria. Next, we have General Sani Abacha. Abacha was born on the 20th of September 1943 in Kano State, Nigeria. Abacha was a military head of state from 1993 to 1998. He seized power from Shoni Khan in the last successful coup d'etat in Nigeria history. Abacha was the first major general to grow through the military ranks without skipping any promotion or rank. On the 8th of June 1998, Abacha died at the Aso Rock Presidential Villa in Abuja, and according to the Muslim culture, he was buried in the same day. Autopsy was conducted on that same day to detect whether Abacha was assassinated, but press release carried that he died of a heart attack. Many intelligence analysts and even his chief security secretary, Hamza Mustafa, believes that Abacha was poisoned. His last words were not known to the public. Next, we have Umaru Musa Yar'Adua. Yar'Adua succeeded Obasanjo in 2007. He was born on the 16th of August, 1951. From 1999 to 2007, Yar'Adua was the governor of Katsina State. He reigned for only 3 years as the president of Nigeria from 2007 to 2010. His reign was plagued by illness, acute pericarditis, and inflammation of the lining around the heart. After prolonged life support, Yar'Adua died on the 5th of May 2010 in his Aso Rock villa. Prior to that, Yar'Adua lost the ability to speak, making it difficult for him to convey his last words. The last president is one whose life experiences is a clear reminder that there is life after death. His last words is a reminder for us to watch how we live here on earth. Nnamdi Azikiwe. Nnamdi Azikiwe was born on the 16th of November 1904 in Zungeru, present-day Niger Delta, to Igbo parents who hail from Anambra State, Nigeria. From 1963 to 1966, Nnamdi Azikiwe became the first president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He is primarily considered as the driving force for the independence that Nigeria is currently enjoying. Nnamdi Azikiwe died on the 11th of May 1996 in Enugu State Teaching Hospital at the age of 91. His last words are, "Oh God, I have made the greatest mistake of my life. I chose heroism instead of sainthood. Now I am about to lay lonely in the grave. Who will pray for me anymore? I suffered for the sake of Nigeria. Forgive my sins and welcome me into your kingdom." These were the very words of the first president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. This video is a clear reminder that no matter who we are, no matter what we are doing, no matter the money we have in our bank accounts, a day is going to come where they will search for us on the surface of the earth and we won't be found anywhere. Your works will speak for you after your demise here on earth.